Guys, this is an emergency video. Holy shit. Guys, everyone on the timeline's like, it's over. Pack it up, boys. The bear market is here. The bears are walking the streets. They're partying. They're having picnics together, these bears. But guess what? We're here to tell you that is not the case. This historically happens every single bull run and bull market, where towards the end, you got everyone thinking, well, it's over. It's over. Everyone has capitulated, and they're saying you'd have to be a freaking idiot to still be in crypto. Pivot to employment. Pivot to McDonald's. This is the sentiment right now, and this is the perfect time to be getting even more bullish when the entire timeline is telling you otherwise. You kind of have to reverse psychology these markets sometimes, guys, because it's just wild. Now, I will caveat this with saying, I know it's been really hard to kind of reverse psychology in the market, because even when we get bullish news of all of this strategic reserves and crypto stockpiles and all this stuff, we get the markets dumping. Now, we've explained to you guys that the reason why that even happens is because we have these manipulation points and choke points of the big offshore exchanges. They have these market makers that are just being so irresponsible, and they are just swiping us, just like chopping us up, chop suey with these charts, because normally we wouldn't have so much of this volatility and these wicks happening and all this stuff, but these exchanges are money hungry. So I suggest you guys zoom out, look at the previous cycles from the last 4-year halving cycles. Look what's happened when we've had the M2 money supply, which is the representation of the fiat printed in the supply in the world. Also check the correlation with the Dixie, the dollar strength, how when the dollar strength is going down, we have Bitcoin and risk assets going on. And so we still have to have a lot of these things play out for us to get a true run. And so these things we have to pay attention to. So we have to know that the quantitative easing has to come into play with the Federal Reserve lowering the interest rates. Then we have the strength of the dollar going down. And then we have the dominance. That's another point. So we got 3 points, 3 key indicators that we can watch for us going into an altcoin season, us going into a actual true bull run. And these things will line up. They just take some time. I think that through the year, we still have till about August and September for us to see the true peak of this run, because we have had historically in the bull runs 500 some odd days after the halving is where we see the peak. Not a year. We're not even a year past the halving yet. So what are we even talking about here? Everyone's saying that it's over, and they're completely forgetting that history has rhymed and almost repeated itself, but not fully, but has rhymed pretty damn close to what's happened in the previous cycle. So it's really not different this time in terms of that. It's pretty much the same. So let's keep that in mind. Let's not get too freaked out here. Let's see what happens with this bounce. Even if Bitcoin goes below 76,000 again, or it gets into the 70s again, that's still on track for what we've done historically in the past of having these 30% dips, 40% dips before we actually tear up to new all-time highs. We just have to have patience, guys. There's just too much noise out there. There's way too much noise. And because people are getting rocked on leverage trades and getting rocked on memes, and maybe we didn't, sell enough of our memes or take profits, that the timeline's just really salty and really angry. Maybe those people don't have any Bitcoin at all, and that might be why the timeline is a little salty, because a lot of people went heavy alts, heavy memes. We were promised a altcoin season a little earlier, and we got dumped on. Basically, everyone is making the joke like, cool, the Trump presidency freaking wrecked us all, and we want Biden and Gary Gensler back. Because oddly enough, even though we had that administration basically having Operation Choke Point, the markets were ticking up. So people are just confused as to why you know, we were promised the golden age of crypto, and the prices are what they are. But that's just the game. It's the shakeout. It's just how the market visually looks. But then when you look in the back end of how everything is running and where the money's flowing, you're like, wait, the money's flowing to crypto. But so that's why price at this point is irrelevant. Like, you just got to know that crypto will be used for everything, okay? And you need to be in the projects that are going to be the fundamental projects that big money is chucking their capital into. So, you know, at a point, you know, people were chucking capital in for the Bitcoin, for the ETFs, massive inflows. We could start seeing capital flowing into Ethereum finally. Gosh, I mean, we've been waiting for that. That's the thing everyone's been waiting for, is that flow into Ethereum, because as much as we want to disconnect our alt bags from the progress of Ethereum, that's just, we are at the mercy of Ethereum going back to its key points, key ranges of all-time highs, or breaking into a new all-time high, so then we can actually get the alts to push. Because once we get the dominance kind of slowing down on Bitcoin, that's when we will actually get a true altcoin season. But we just have to have patience, you know, we just have to have patience. QE's got to kind of, you know, we got to quantitative ease, we got to stop playing the games, and let's see if we can all have our bags start to pump going into, you know, the next, you know, 4 to 5 to 6 months. All right, guys, let's get this week started strong. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button, dinging the bell to be notified, and we will see you on the live stream this morning. Make sure you click on the link. We'll have the link right above my head, and we'll have some fun. We'll have some fun today. All right, peace out, guys.